Alright guys, so I obviously play football outside of doing content itself, and over the last few years I've really wanted to do this series to give you guys a look at my real life footballing ability. But I've never really known how to go about it, so I figured this year I'd record my home matches and we can go through them at a 3-match per episode basis, and you can see the good, bad, and plenty of ugly from my football season. Alright, so a little bit of background on the division I'm playing in. We started the season at home against Melbourne Uni, who was another team that was meant to be up towards the top of the league. We missed out on promotion by 1 point last season, and we are still in the, I want to say, 8th tier of Australian football. How the mighty have fallen.
Indeed.
The season nearly got off to one of the worst starts possible as Melbourne Uni get the ball down this right side. The number 5, to be fair, puts a great ball in, and they hit the post about a minute into our season. So not an ideal start, but the score remaining 0-0, and already we were aware that these guys weren't going to be too bad. Checkers throws it in, Mancuso loses it, and Checkers just got nutmegged. I didn't even say it. Hacks him down, that's a good man, Checkers. Don't let him get away with it. If you nutmeg him, you're ending up on the floor.
It's time to go!
And a first yellow card about 10 minutes into your first match. That's my fullback right there. Top 10 respect moments right there. Thomas football. Gives him the ball back. JB gets on the ball, gives it to Harry, and he finds me. For the first time, I've got the ball where I want it, on the wing. You're gonna see a lot of that. Trademark fake shot. I'll try to whip a ball in, a little bit long, but yeah. Let's just say it's not gonna be the first time this season you see me pull out a fake shot. Trust me, you'll get used to it. Throwing on the right-hand side, Checkers gets it back. I'm waiting on the left wing here, just hoping the ball spills out into one of the midfielders. Harry gets it. It spills out to JB, who gets the poke out to the skipper, Robbie Taylor, and I'm waiting. Feed me. He gives it to me. Probably wasn't for me, but I get it about 35 yards out, and we hit the post. Look, it wasn't actually the best connection, but it's the first shot of the season. Good to just, like, get the legs swinging, and I'll be honest, I didn't think it was going in at all. I'll take hitting the post. Makes it look a lot better than it was. But first shot of the season. Hopefully, better things to come. Right, JB finds Harry. Checkers out wide. Can they get a ball in? Again, I'm just waiting on that left wing, hoping that the ball spills out. And it spills to the wrong position. Or, just ran away from the ball there. But I win it back. Look at that recovery from the young man. Ball fed out to Adam. Now we lose it, unfortunately. Oh, and they're on the attack now as well. And to be fair, on a yellow card, by the way, Checkers, it's a good tackle. Up until this stage, still 0-0. Not much really happened apart from me hitting the post and their early chance. But Checkers has the ball out wide. Long ball through. Can I get it under? It's a bad touch, but watch this. Fake shot. Tom Harris trademark. And the shot goes over the bar. And not gonna lie, that was one of those that it was replaying in my head all night that night. Big chance. The touch was bad, but then I put myself in a good position with the fake shot. And unfortunately, just probably overswung at it. A bit excited. Haven't played a competitive match in a few months. And give me a few weeks and I'll bury those. Still quite close this game. Not really too much happening. This doesn't look good. Ooh. I would love to get some VAR on whether the studs were planted there. I don't think he even got a card, but Checkers has been absolutely planted out. It's a good turn from Adam. Plays me. Lovely. And the return ball kind of killed me. Offside. Can we just get a replay on that? Let's have a look. I get the poke in. The return ball was straight away. What do you think? I'm not sure. Mancuso gets it wide, plays it into Robbie. Robbie plays a long ball up to Baggio, who takes it down well and plays a great ball to JB. Do it for me, son. JB! It's the crossbar. And it's still 0-0. That's now the left post and the crossbar we've hit in these first half an hour. As we get into the second half, close game, probably 3 chances of note so far. They hit the post early and then we built into the game quite well and hit the post and crossbar. But to be fair, pretty even. They've had a couple half chances as well. We could tell these guys weren't going to be bad this season. All right, ball thrown out by Sammy. Adam gets on it, pinged in. I lose it. And they play through. And their striker now has it out wide. Whips it in. A great little touch by Jared that saves us, but the left winger keeps it alive. He cuts it back to the number 4, who takes it inside, puts it at the back stick. Striker gets a touch, and what a save that is! A double save by Sammy. Keeps us alive. Keeps me alive, because I was the one that lost it in the midfield, allegedly. And we go up the other end, and it fizzles out. What a save by Sammy, by the way. Unbelievable. I don't think it was that good at the time, but watching it back in the footage, He had no reaction time at all on that. That was incredible. 0-0 still, about 60 minutes into the game. About midway through the second half now, and this is the moment that changed the game completely. I get it out wide, play a little ball, I couldn't quite get it out of my feet. Reverse ball to me, doesn't quite get there, and now they're on the counter-attack, and I'm busting a gut to get back. And I've got my Scottish enforcer alongside me. I remember at the time, well, you can see me there, I am very against, I thought it was just a professional foul. Here it comes! How could you send a player off for that? But I'll be honest, look at my face, I am as shocked as anyone. But if you look back at the footage, I think it's probably a fair decision. The most Scottish tackle I've ever seen. We are down to 10 men. I'm still going at the ref. Can't believe that he's given a red card for what is clearly just a pull of the shirt. Still going, and yeah, no, we're down to 10 men, and I'm not sure we can really complain about that one. The red card obviously changed our plans, meaning we had to hold on for a 0-0 draw as best we could, which we did end up managing to do. 1 point off the first game, we were fuming about it at the time, really wanted to win, especially because they weren't good the year before. But looking back at it now, they've won 6 games in a row since that day, so a point really wasn't a bad result. Second match of the video is actually the 4th round of the season, and a lot has changed. I missed round 2 because I was in Spain filming a video with Megan where I took her to her first ever football match. That video is out on the channel if you do want to check it out. But we lost that game 3-1. We received a red card in 4 minutes. Essentially, weren't going to win the game from there. So that's what I missed.
Bloody hell.
Came back for round 3, which is away from home where I haven't got the camera access. And we won that game 5-0. So typically that was the one we didn't have on camera.
The big one.
I did only get 1 goal and it was a penalty that I won, you know, so nothing amazing. And an assist, I think. So we're sitting 1 goal, 1 assist from 2 matches. This is my 3rd, back at home against Keon Park, who are currently sitting higher than us on the table as we've had a pretty bad start to the season. Let's get into it. Right, so the first 10 minutes of this game, I hadn't really had much of a looking. Again, they're not a bad side and it was quite tight. So when we got a free kick on the left side, I figured, camera's on, this is my moment. Let's at least get a shot away and try and put the keeper under a little bit of pressure. And we step in, and to be fair, I actually hit it really well. Keeper did have a little bit of a wobble, but it was down the middle and a corner. But hey, it was my first shot of the game. Another one. I like to get an early shot out just to, you know, wake my legs up a little bit. After that free kick, we managed to gain a little bit more control in the game, put them under a bit of pressure and kept the ball in their half a little bit more. And when the ball got spilt in the midfield, it managed to spill down to our striker who found me in the box. And I was just thinking, get a shot on target, make him do something. I did that, he spilt it, and JB tapped it in to put us 1-0 up. And I was really happy with this one because in my head, it wasn't a shot I was necessarily going to score, but it was one that I could just worry the goalkeeper, get him thinking, make him do something. And in the end, he dropped it and JB, ever the opportunist, was there to tap it in and we're 1-0 up. Great start. That goal ended up leading us into the half with a 1-0 lead, and it was still a very tense game with not much given on either side, but all that would change in the second half. Here we got Benny and I before kickoff waiting for the start of the second half, and this is a pretty special one actually because I have never played with Ben in a competitive match at any level up until now. This is the first time he's been in my club, and he hasn't been getting too many minutes, which has been a bit wrong, to be honest, because he's a good player. Justice for Ben in the comments. But this match, he did get a game. We played a full 90 together, and this second half especially, we started to cook. At this stage, we're 1-0 up midway through the second half, and unfortunately, the ball goes out to Benny, and the back pass is just a little short. And to be fair, I'm not sure why our defense was so split while playing out from the back, but one pass ended up being straight to the striker, and they obviously finished it. So, good finish, to be fair. Puts them 1-1 back in the game, and this early in the season, we really can't afford to drop any more points, especially at home. Just after conceding, we get a free kick about 10 metres in front of the halfway line, and when Tom Harris football is on a free kick, you know something special is coming. I launch the ball into the box. Jared leaps like a salmon, wins the header, and Bobo at the back stick puts it in the top bins, and Faulkner are back ahead, 2-1, and he hits us with the PK Humble. Come on. Back in the lead, 2-1 up, and we want to push on with momentum and get a third, maybe even a fourth. But before we can kick off, the sprinklers turn on. In possibly the most Sunday League moment I've ever experienced, mid-match the sprinklers are on and it delays us like 20 minutes. In that 20 minutes I'm drinking some of it, playing in the water, trying to turn it off and not really know what to do. But eventually we do get the game back started and we hope that the momentum hasn't run out. I don't know if it was because it was a night game or the sprinklers added that bit of dew on the pitch, or it was just because it was 2-1 and they were pushing for an equaliser, but the match was really tense. We were trying to hold on for dear life while also trying to steal one up the other end to put the game to bed. But in the 86th minute, I found myself in an area of the pitch that I never am, the defensive third, when the ball spilt to me and something pretty special happened. Headed out, flicked on, Harris on the ball. And for once, running with it, which I never do, he gets past one, sprays it out to the striker, Zoyce, finds me at the back stick, I've got my hand up, find me, he puts in a great ball, touchdown on the right foot, weak foot into the top bins, 3-1 Faulkner, game set match, I give Benny the little sidestep, knee slide on the freshly watered grass from the sprinklers, and that is game set match, Faulkner. Come on baby. Gotta have another look at that. I got it on the edge of the box and honestly was just trying to run it up the pitch because we were under pressure. And when I got past one, I realised I'm like, oh, we're a half chance here. Found my striker out wide, made a run to the back stick. In fairness, I didn't think he'd be able to find me the way he did. It was a great ball. Brought it down on the right foot, onto my weak foot, into the top bin. And that felt so nice. The feeling off the boot was so good. And I knew that the sprinkler had added that little bit of wetness on the pitch. And I had to hit the knee slide because that's rarely possible in these usually dry Australian pitches. But nevertheless, we got the result, 3-1 up, and we needed that win. On to the next match. Now in between this match and the last, I did actually miss another game where we lost 3-1 while I was away in the UK. So unfortunately, we still are sitting in that mid-table range, but this match was a special one. Now this one was going to be a special one because I'm actually coming up against my dad. And before you think it, no, he wasn't playing, he's 52 years old. But he does coach another team in my league. So twice a season, I get to play against a team coached by my dad. The one man who knows more about me than anyone else in the world. So this was going to be an interesting one. Now, as I do know the opposition coach, I have a bit of an insight in this match that most people wouldn't get. And that is that in this league, most teams pay their players. Even if it's just a couple $100s a week, they're getting paid. While Thornbury, the team that my dad coaches, doesn't pay a cent. So it was a real David versus Goliath situation going up here. And let me tell you, if they beat us, I would not hear the end of it from my dad. So you best believe I'm going in there to break his heart. So obviously I'm going through the footage trying to find the specific parts of the game that I remember and I want to talk about. But I did stumble upon this offside call, which might possibly be the worst offside decision in the history of football, full stop. Not only is he about 10 metres onside, but he's in his own half. And look where the linesman is. He's like 30 metres off the line where he should be standing. This is outrageous. This is the sort of thing we're dealing with in State 4 in Victoria, Australia. So up until now, to be fair, Dad's team had been holding on quite well, and I especially was finding it quite hard not really getting it in any sort of threatening position. But eventually, about 30 minutes into the game, the ball did spill into the midfield and we launched an attack. The ball never really came to me, it sort of just evaded me the whole run, but the bit of play was actually quite good, and it finished off with Ball cutting in and curling it over the goalkeeper to put us 1-0 up, and hitting us again with the classic PK Humble. 1-0 to the boys, and finally, we'd broken through. Little cut inside, try to cross the ball in. Oh my God, I remember this.
Dangerous situation for both of these men. Oh my God!
I've ended up head first in the ground, probably a yellow card, and then I hear from the sidelines someone abusing me to get up and stop diving. And it's my own dad. You can see him pop in. He'll pop in any second. There he is now. You can see him there yelling at me to stop diving and get up off the floor. It's my own dad. He's absolutely hammered me. It's fair to say the gloves are off when it came to this one. Family ties were cut completely. So after that, quite frankly, dysfunctional family behaviour, we headed into halftime with a 1-0 lead, although we weren't too confident as this game wasn't quite over yet. But as the second half began, I had a corner early on and I whipped it into a dangerous area where it was punched into the air by the goalkeeper and headed home over about 6 players standing on the line by Thorny, our centre back, who tends to score a lot of goals. I'm sure you'll see more of that going forward, sooner than you think. It was only a few minutes later that I ended up getting another corner and whipped it into an even more dangerous area where, guess who? Thorny once again.
You're joking. Not another one?
Got his foot to it to put us 3-0 up. And at this stage, it was probably game over. Like I said earlier, this team doesn't get paid, so they struggle for players. And in this particular day, their entire bench was full of players that played 90 minutes in the reserves game. So the longer the game went on, the harder it was going to get for him. And I'll be honest, from this stage, it got a little ugly. I gotta look at Dad, he's not happy by the way he is. Let's just say he's not a proud father at this stage. Not at all. It's amazing how quickly football can turn from ugly to beautiful. As here, there is an absolute scrap in the middle of the pitch with people kicking balls all over the shop. I'm pretty sure I think right now, yeah, kicks it into his own teammate's face and they go on the attack. And then luckily Jared manages to win the ball, and from here we turn into prime Barcelona. Keeping the ball so relaxed. Look at this, 1-2 passes, 3 passes. Jared takes his time on the ball, turns number 13, goes back 4 passes. Back to the goalkeeper, 5 passes. This is the most anyone has held the ball in the history of this league, by the way. 6 passes. Checkers has it out wide. What's he going to do with it? He's venturing forward, turns back into the midfield, plays the 7th pass. JB turns, finds Thorny with the 8th pass. First time ball into Vinny, 9th pass. Vinny drives through the midfield, and now I'm sniffing a goal. I'm trying to get on the backside of Miguel in centre back. I do. Left foot, chance, buried it. 4-0. And I'm absolutely buzzing with that. And I tell you what, I was absolutely buzzing with that. Because before the game, I was a bit conflicted. I'm thinking, I either want to smash my dad and be happy for myself that I've scored a couple goals, or if he gets a good result, fair play, I'm happy for him. But at 3-0, I hadn't really been involved in the goals too much, so I needed one. And that was my moment. And sorry, Dad, but I had to do it too. Into the middle, Nicky gets it. Oh, I remember this. This wasn't my greatest moment. Nicky's just come off the bench. He's hit a lovely ball to me. Honestly, what a ball that is. First time out. And I'm in on goal. And I tried to lift it over the keeper and just scuffed it wide. It was not pretty. And I'll be honest, straight away there, my first thought is, oh my God, I need to score another one because I'm not going to stop thinking about that all night. And luckily, I didn't have to wait long. Only 2 minutes later, the ball spilt into Bulbul, who gave a nice little flick around the corner. Andy's running in, feeds me out wide. I hit my trademark. Fake shot inside, have a shot, no deflection at all detected, and it flew into the top bin. What a goal that was. There was absolutely no deflection whatsoever in that goal. That was 5-0 now, and it's clear to see that Goliath did in fact beat David when it comes to football in Melbourne, Victoria. And it's fair to say that our dinner chats with my dad would be awkward for the next few days, but what am I going to do? Not score? Probably could have not celebrated, but oh well. Now I know why you clicked the video. Did I score a hat-trick against my dad? I've got 2 goals, 10 minutes left. We had a free kick in a wide area. Mind you, I never score headers, but I had a special feeling about this. I ventured into the box. Adam found me, flick on, straight to the keeper. And that, unfortunately, was the moment for me to get my hat-trick, which I didn't quite get. But it wasn't game over yet. There was still 10 minutes for me to sniff out that 3rd goal. Now, by this stage in the game, we were actually starting to play some decent football, getting some good combinations together, even though everyone was getting a little bit selfish when you're 5-0 up. It's natural. The ball did spill to Adam, and we put together a lovely bit of play. Ball out to me, I ran down that line, and I could have kept going, but I decided to play the first ball to Andy in the middle, who gives a little back heel to Nick in the box, 1-on-1, and it just goes over the bar. And I even did the Marcelo. I had my arms out. I was like, it's going to be an unbelievable goal. And unfortunately, just blazed it over the bar, and it stays at 5-0, but not for long. A chance to grab a 6th goal did come sooner rather than later, as we won a penalty a few minutes later. Now, our usual penalty taker wasn't actually on the pitch at this stage, and I usually do take them when he's not playing. So I had the ball in my hands, but Borbor, having won the penalty and wanting another goal, obviously wanted it as well. So we were having a bit of a back and forth, but in came Harry to say, give it to Nicky, who just missed the chance before, and we were like, fair enough. So Nicky stood up, slotted it home for 6-0. So we took home not only 3 points, but a decent bit of goal difference, and it only cost me a relationship with my father, which I'm sure is recoverable. We get multiple of those, right? And after that big win, we do climb up into the top 4, which is a lot closer to where we want to be. And in terms of my personal performance, that's 4 goals and 3 assists in my first 4 matches. So pretty happy with the start of the season. In terms of the video, guys, this is a bit of a new one on the channel. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, leave a like or a comment. Make sure to subscribe if you are new around here, and I'll see you guys next time.